Hey, you're watching Half Asian Tarot Queen, and I'm Elisa, and I'm here to do another reading. Been really doing a lot of readings lately, but you know, there's been a lot of energy, but the energy's been kind of on the move, and it's interesting because I was just talking about in the last reading about how we've been kind of like circling like around the same thing for a bit, and it's been kind of like a stalemate, and it feels like the messages are starting to change and things are starting to move. And yeah, it's interesting because there seems like there's been some progress with the like peace talks that's starting to happen too in the like Ukraine situation, which is kind of this barometer that I've been referencing a lot of things back to. So that's kind of interesting. So yeah, so at the bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Wands. So this is kind of like a fork in the road. It's sort of like a decision point where you have to kind of go one way or the other. And like this person's like holding a globe in the palm of their hands, and they're not really sure. They're contemplating. And there was a reading a couple readings ago, and it was talking about something being a defining moment. And so I'm going to reference that because it might be relevant to this reading. But we have the Nine of Wands. So this is the wounded warrior, and this is someone who's like really just been through the ringer, and you know, they're really tired, they're beat up, they're bandaged, bruised, and they're just like ready for things to just be over. But they're not giving up, you know, they're still fighting. And that's kind of part of the message of this card. Is just like, don't give up now because you're like right on the verge of a breakthrough. So like, this is kind of like, this makes me think of Ukraine energy. But then it goes right into the Sun, which is the best card of the deck. It's like a happy Hollywood ending. It's like happiness, abundance, fulfillment, like everything. It's the best card in the deck. It's like interesting. So it's sort of like, it's almost like we're going from like this to this, and it's like it kind of seems sort of decisive, but we'll see what the rest of the cards say from the other readings. But this looks good. This looks like a good sign. I hope so, because yeah, I think the last 2 years have been pretty rough for just about everyone, and everybody feels like ready to give up in some ways, but we're not going to. We're going to keep going. Oh my gosh. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck, we have the Seer. So this is someone who's like getting guidance. So it's like all about like following your intuition. And it's interesting because I've been doing this yoga series. I should link this channel called Boho Beautiful Yoga. I'm gonna link it up here, and they have lots of free yoga classes, and they have meditation, but they do these like series, and there's this one that they released for this year, and it's called Ascension, and it's like a 7-day series, and each day is like a different chakra, and it's really cool. It like has yoga and meditation and breathing and all this stuff. And right before I started doing this video, I just did the class on the 6th chakra, the 3rd eye chakra. It's all about trusting your inner guidance, and like, so that's kind of what this card is about. So it's weird that this is at the bottom of the deck, like, and I just did that. So it's cool. But yeah, it's a really interesting, cool series, and I've been doing it kind of like once a month to sort of like as like a barometer to check in to see like where I'm at. And I feel like it's been very informative, so I would recommend it. But okay, so we've got the Council. So this is the Council of Light Beings that kind of directs things from the spiritual realm. So it's interesting that they showed up. And then we also have the ancient ones, which is kind of like your ancestors, is like your spiritual family. So it's like you have your spiritual family looking in on this, and we also have this council of light beings, which is sort of like, so it's like there's a lot of attention from the spiritual realm, like that have eyes on the situation. So it's like, pay attention, because they're sending messages. And that was the thing that came out in the last reading too. Like, there's signs and synchronicities, and you really need to pay attention and trust your inner guidance. And yeah, it's really weird that, like, I literally just finished this whole yoga series about that very thing. Okay, so when I pulled out the intuitive goddess, what I got when I split the deck was I got chance and I got awakening. So this is like the Wheel of Fortune, like, and this is judgment. So that's really interesting, because it's like things are about to change, and like it seems like some sort of like karma is going to be assigned, or judgment about some situation, but it's like it's like a big turning point. And yeah, I think these ancestors and this council of light beings has been watching this situation, and so they're ready to, like, you know, they're ready to like make a judgment, you know, about how things went down and assign karma so that we can like move on to the next thing. So that's really interesting. It's like, hopefully this means that the people of Ukraine will be liberated. That's my vote. If I was on the Council of Light Beings, like, I would vote that way. Okay, anyways, I'm going to keep pulling cards and see what kind of message I get. But this is looking like a pretty good message so far, so... okay, well, I spoke too soon. Like, it's not going to be, like, as easy breezy as I thought. Okay. All right, so at the bottom we have 3 of Cups. So this is like being reunited with your tribe, your soul tribe, your family. So that's happening at the bottom of the deck. And we have Temperance. So this is a balancing, bringing things into balance. It's a card of alchemy, you know, like you're passing these cups of water back and forth. And so there's like a lot of emotion being released, but we're kind of like bringing things into balance. So the thing that just came to me was like peace talks in Istanbul, like that's happening. And so like, it's like, we've kind of like, everyone's kind of said their piece. And so like, now we're like coming to the negotiating table to see, because, you know, everyone's just ready to move forward now. So we got the 9 of Cups. So this is a card of wishes coming true, wishes granted. However, we also have the 5 of Cups. So this is a card of like, it's a card of like disappointment, you know, where it's like, there's 3 cups that are spilled. And so it's just like, you can't really cry over spilt milk. Like, you can't get those cups back. So it's like the message is to focus on the 2 cups that are remaining, which is like the 2 of Cups. Like, that's love, you know. Focus on the love and move forward in love, because there's all this stuff, you know, like in the Ukraine, there's like all this wreckage and there's like all this loss, and like nobody can ever bring any of that back. Like, it's just gone, you know. And I was watching some news thing and it was talking about like $600 billion worth of damage or something ridiculous, you know, and like, nothing's gonna bring that back, you know. But like all we can do from here is like move forward in love, like stay in the love, because that's like the best foundation to build off of. And then we have the 10 of Swords. So this is just like the end of suffering. So it's like we're gonna have to leave this in the past, and we're gonna have to focus on the love in order to move forward towards wish fulfillment and to bring things into balance. kind of the message there. So, okay. So I'm going to go to Everyday Tarot, pick a couple cards, and then we'll see where we're at. But it does look like we're coming to some sort of resolution of some sort of situation. So that's good, because I hope that that is true for the Ukraine situation, because they've already been through a lot, and it's just like not really for a good reason, you know. Okay, yep, this is kind of confirming. Okay, all right. So the bottom of the deck, we got the Ten of Swords again. So it's just like, this is just like rock bottom. Like we can't go any lower. Like this is it. Like we just, I mean, the good thing about that is there's like, you can only go up from there, you know. But like, it's just like enough. Like this has just gotta end. It's just gone on for too long, and it's just too stupid, you know. So we've got the Two of Pentacles. So that's change. Change is happening. There's all these choices. It's all confusing. And it's like, you know, trying to have clarity about how to go forward. But then we have this King of Wands. So this is like a manifester. This is someone who's super empowered. And they can like, they know how to channel their emotions to like manifest outcomes. This is like someone who's going to make it happen, you know. It's a fiery, passionate king who's got, you know, he's got opinions, and he's going to take charge of the situation, it looks like. So, it does look like we are getting to the end. And yeah, it does look like also there's like a lot of guidance happening in the spiritual realm to like move us through. So it's just like, you know, they're gonna check to see who's been naughty and nice and assign karma accordingly. Okay, I'm going to Sacred Destiny to pick the final cards. But yeah, it looks like things are about to change. Follow your guidance. Like okay, be open. It's like this full moon. Be open to the change, because there's a lot of possibilities out there right now. Like, you've got the world in the palm of your hands, you know? So like, be open. And then it's like, we got to take ownership, take leadership of the situation, and to thrive. So like, I mean, this is going to be a good outcome, you know? So it might be really good to like sort of meditate on sort of the outcome that you're wanting to manifest, and get clarity about that, because it looks like there's going to be an opportunity to sort of move forward. That's coming right up. So good luck, and we'll check in soon.